Yo, what up? How we doing? How we doing? We in this thing again. Welcome back. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm your host, JPOC. And man, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. Trying to make it over the hump. Here we are. Here we are again. I hope y'all having a good week. Yeah. We're going to get into some music. But before that, I'm going to fulfill a promise. We're going to go over some things happening in the state outside of Atlanta, and one back inside. But yeah, there's a lot going on out there. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Welcome in. Yes, so we're gonna be going over tax incentives for Amazon is leading to thousands of layoffs in the state. UPS is also laying off a bunch of jobs in 2026, I think overall. We're going to go back to Social Circle, the place where they're trying to set up the ICE detention centers. And yeah, we're going to go back there. We're going to talk about that. Got some more details. And then, y'all, Ponce was blocked. All lanes this morning. All lanes on Ponce was blocked by a tree. Tree fell over. Caused some pandemonium. So, like, nature is getting us back. So let's talk about it. Let's see what we got. I might have a little bit more too, but let's look at these tax incentives. County leaders approved tax incentive for Amazon that could lead to over 700 jobs. Now this, yes, I forgot to mention this. This is the numbers, the projection, This is how they do the projections, We just got through talking about this and could lead to over 700 jobs. So, the last article we read about this, they got about a quarter of the way, I think. A quarter? Not even a quarter. It was, yeah. It's not even a third. That's what it was. Not even a third. So, might have been a quarter. Mayor Gump said this is a key vote that could pave the way for I don't want to hear this. Jobs in South Fulton.
I don't want to hear. Just approved millions in tax incentives for Amazon.
Now, Dan Kennedy. Man, thank you. All right. Yep. Hopefully it doesn't start. County leaders in Fulton County approved tax incentives for Amazon that could bring hundreds of jobs to the city of South Fulton. In a statement released by Mayor Carmelita Gumps, the mayor said the Development Authority of Fulton County voted to provide a tax incentive to Amazon, which could bring 750 jobs to the South Fulton community. We'll see. Gump said this is an important first step in Amazon's proposal, which would invest $500 million into a warehouse on Camden Road, changing it into a state-of-the-art fulfillment and logistics operation. This would bring new life to a site that has been inactive since 2024, according to Gumps. The project is expected to generate an estimate $36.2 million in tax receipts over 10 years. The property where the warehouse is located currently generates about 772,000 a year. According to Gumps, as mayor, I speak for the entire city in saying we are pleased that that develop Fulton and other stakeholders develop Fulton. I guess that's a group. We have to look that group up. And other stakeholders have partnered with us to attract companies like Amazon and other global companies to do business in South Fulton. The city's leadership is listening to citizens and delivering on its promises to build opportunity and position our city as a leader in the next generation logistics. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's that. I wanted to give that, you try to give the good news first, or what they try to, spin as good news. We'll see though. We'll see if it makes jobs. If it makes things better, I'm all for it. But I just don't think that thing gonna work, man. I don't think it's gonna work. We'll see. We'll see. They always overestimate 750. The headline said 700 jobs, and then she said 750. So, these people. Amazon lays off 16,000 in move aimed at removing bureaucracy. It was unclear if layoffs would impact Amazon's sizable Metro Atlanta and Georgia statewide workforce, which numbers about 34,000 people. Amazon this week announced it was laying off 16,000 workers and a move aimed at removing bureaucracy. A blog post by the company on Tuesday announced the job reductions. It did not state specifically which roles were being eliminated or where. The layoffs are targeting corporate jobs, of course. It was unclear if the layoffs would impact. Okay, I just read this. Okay, I just read that. The latest workforce announcement comes ahead of Amazon's 2025 fourth quarter earnings call, which will be held on February 5th. Ooh, so February 5th is going to be the day. It's coming up. That's gonna be the day when they're gonna reveal some information about that. I guess that's it of that article. But yeah, they've been planning to lay off workers. They've been planning to lay off a lot of workers. I mean, and they already did. We already had the big, the big Amazon layoff that happened. I think like a while ago now. It's probably like 7 or 8 years ago. I think it was pre-pandemic, but I don't know if they hired a bunch of people back. I doubt it, but yeah. And then we got the UPS looks to cut up to 30,000 jobs this year. This is from GPB. UPS is planning to cut up to 30,000 operational jobs this year as the package delivery company continues with its turnaround efforts in reducing the number of Amazon shipments that it handles. Last year, UPS started on a plan to reduce dependency on its largest customer, Amazon, and focus on higher profit areas, which as healthcare customers. Yeah, healthcare customer. Of course, you got to get your meds, man. Then we need all of our older generations to be able to get their meds, man. That might be one of the reasons why things is going crazy, man. Letting people get their meds, bro. Last year, UPS started a plan. Oh, I already read that. Chief Financial Officer Brian Dykes said during the company's conference call on Tuesday that the job cuts will be made through a voluntary buyout offer for full-time drivers and through attrition. Okay. This is a tactical move, he said during a call with analysts. We did something similar last year. Last year. That's what I was talking about. In order to help us to resize the position levels and the network infrastructure with the new volume and delivery levels. I feel like this is behind this. It's like AI. AI is behind this. UPS is also looking to close 24 buildings in the first half of the year and is evaluating additional buildings to close later in the year, he added. UPS said in a regulatory filing in October that it had cut about 34,000 operational positions and closed daily operations at 93 leased and owned buildings during the first 9 months of last year. The company also announced approximately 14,000 job cuts, mostly within management. In April, UPS announced that it was looking to slash about 20,000 jobs and close more than 70 facilities as it drastically reduces the number of Amazon shipments it handles. The company said in January 2025 that it had reached a deal with Amazon, its biggest customer, to lower its volume by more than 50% by the second half of 2026. The CEO, Carol Tome, said during the conference call that by the end of 2025, UPS had reduced Amazon's volume in its network by approximately 1 million pieces per day. So it's like giving the same information up here, just more detailed down here. This is a crazy article. We're in the final 6 months of our Amazon Accelerated Glide Down plan. Glide Down plan. Glide down for who? The people that's losing their jobs is not gliding down, bro. But I digress. And for the full year 2026, we intend to glide down another million pieces per day while continuing to reconfigure our network, Tom said. I guess it's glide down for Amazon. Yeah, Amazon's gliding down. But that's that. Oh yes. Back to social circle. Residents of social circle population 5,000 fear rumors that ICE could triple their population. Leaders in the city of social circle have been unable to learn anything new about the rumor that ICE has its eye on a 1,000,000 square foot warehouse in the city. We went over this. I went over this whole thing before. But let's see if there's some new details. John Alsop has written a letter to the head of the Department of Homeland Security pressing for details about a rumored ICE detention facility planned for a warehouse in a small Atlanta suburb called Social Circle. So far, leaders in social circle population about 5,000 have been unable to learn anything new about the idea. The ICE has its eye on a 1,000,000 square foot warehouse in the city. In his letter to DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, Ossoff shared concerns raised first by local leaders about the idea that the warehouse, which is less than a mile from an elementary school, could hold up to 10,000 people slated for deportation. We're not getting any transparency, Ossoff said. The local officials in Social Circle can't get any answers from the Department of Homeland Security. The whole thing is shrouded in secrecy, and that's very much this Department of Homeland Security's MO. They evade congressional oversight. They lie in public. So it's not surprising to me that they're hiding the ball as they scout potential locations for new detention centers. Social Circle is represented in the U.S. House of Representatives Republicans by Mike Collins. Collins is also running for the Senate seat currently held by Ossoff. It's heating up. That's what I'm talking about. Now we starting to heat up, and you know what I mean? Because it's crazy. I really haven't seen a whole bunch of ads yet, and we coming up on it, boy. It's coming. In a statement, a representative for Collins said, while the congressman supports ICE mission to detain and deport illegal immigrants that flooded over Joe Biden's open border. He has also requested a briefing with DHS and ICE about Social Circle, in which he, too, would seek answers to residents' questions. It's written weird. Eric Eric Taylor is the Social Circle city manager. He said local opposition to the idea is not political in a city where about 3/4 of the voters cast ballots for President Trump. The frustration here is that they're looking at a building that was not built for human habitation. There's nothing more than a shell of a building. This is not something hands down that the city can support. Yeah, you about to just throw these people into an empty building with nothing in it. It's crazy. It's heinous, actually. And it's sad. Taylor added that if the facility were to be built out, it could triple the city's population and exceed its ability to provide something as basic as running water. On a recent day, a few vehicles and people could be seen at the warehouse lined by dozens of loading docks for semi-trailers. Sign posted by the company P&K Group, which owns the building, listed names and numbers of representatives. Okay. All right, of course, yeah. They're under non-disclosure agreements, of course. NDAs. Always an NDA. But yeah, that's it's wild. That whole story is wild. This one is gonna be heating up in the election. So this is gonna be one of those things that's gonna be tied to the election. And I think that's why they're like putting this story out, because they put the same story out like a couple weeks ago. I covered it. But yeah, the people don't want it. The people actually just they can't support it. Like he said, it's not it's not supportable. But you know, they're probably gonna do it anyway. Like, why not? That's what they're thinking. But anyway, moving on. Fallen tree on Ponce blocking all lanes. Yeah, this is crazy. A tree fell over this morning on Ponce, blocked every lane. Look at that. That's crazy. I'm probably not even gonna read this because it's such a, I mean, it's cut and dry.
In Colorado?
I don't need no ads.
On Ponce de Leon Avenue as a tree fell overnight just east of Moreland Avenue, shutting down the whole roadway. Look right here. That's Doug Turnbull. Let's get out live to him. He is on scene there on Ponce de Leon Avenue, that major artery between Midtown and Decatur. Doug, a mess.
I drove this street every day.
Not much change either, except the tree crews you see behind me here are making progress on this large tree that came down on Ponce between Springdale and Moreland before 6 a.m. today. Now let's look at some drone video. Our photojournalist Stephen Boise shot of the scene here, and you can see there was a car tangled up in that. The driver of that vehicle didn't want to go on camera, but said he's unhurt. But that tree crashed right in front of him, and he slammed into the branches there. They have since towed the car away and have made a lot of progress on this tree. Now to the maps, and you can see Ponce westbound is jammed from Clifton. Briarcliff and Moreland, where they changed names, are all stacked up, and two of the main alternates, I just checked the maps.
Oh man, that's wild. Yeah, I used to just come right through here.
A mess as people avoid this big artery. Rachel.
All right, Doug, thank you so much. Also got a crash from the I-20 eastbound ramp onto I-75, I-85 northbound, creating really heavy slowdowns on that.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, so that's interesting. That's crazy. That happened this morning. Thank goodness homie didn't get hurt, man. Thank goodness homie didn't get hurt. Yes. I feel like my camera is messed up. Hold on, let me Let me reset. Uh, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right, we're back in here. Cool. Renewed conversation and concerns around potential for a data center in Atlanta. While the city is looking at an ordinance that would make an exception to a data center ban and allow their park to be zoned for one. Ooh. 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 That's wild. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna be tracing this story, but we're not gonna get too deep into this yet. But I'm looking at this. Everybody gonna be looking at this. But yeah, let's get on to the beats. Make this happen. We're gonna get to the musical portion of today's program. I just wanted to flash that one up on the screen, that last story, because I'm gonna be looking at that one. They trying to get rid of the data center ban in Atlanta, which is wild. Which is wild. Good gracious. Whatever. Look at the details later. Ooh. Yeah, we just gonna do something smooth, simple. You know. And we're gonna get out of here, man. I hope y'all doing okay today. We just chilling, you know? You ain't gotta be all uptight all the time, man. Just chill. Oh my goodness. Trying to get over the hump, man. Can't get over the hump all rigid and stuff. Well, yeah, man. These layoffs is looking wild though. What they say, the glide down program. gliding down. Yeah. Go on the quicker side. On a longer pattern. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's up, man. I'm really worried about the social circle thing. Really worried about that. Like, and it seems like I've been covering it, but it seems like it's gonna be picking up with the Senate race. which I think John is doing pretty well. I covered how well he was doing before too. Make the end a little different. I have to get rid of all these little embellishments that I put in here accidentally. All right, cool. Another one. Drop this down a octave. Feel like I'm too high. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I got rid of my hi-hat. All good. Yep. Trying to get my drums right, y'all. Yeah, that's it. We in there. Stop it. Yeah. Simple. Freak it a little bit. Hello, how's it going? Welcome. Command L, I'm about to throw this in the mixer. We'll put like a little melodic line over in a second. Whoa, nope, we're not having that. Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's head to some xenology. Do a little bit of xenology. Hey, appreciate it. How's stream going? It's going well. You know, just trying to catch a little vibe, making some beats. You know. Hope you're doing well. Much love to you. Oh, really? Oh, what happened? Oh, I gotta reauthorize my xenology, bruh. Come on, bruh. Yeah, I hope you're doing well though. Hey, how we doing? Welcome in. I already went over the news segment of my programming here. Yeah, let me find a good lead. None of those. We're not doing none of that. Sorry. Let's see. Like a different piano. I really like this Zen. Go up. Something like that, you know. You can go a little higher. Something simple like that, you know. Put that in. See, you can do a lot with these little simple, just one shot. And you want to leave space for the, you know, if somebody gonna sing on it, you know, if somebody gonna rap on it or something, you know, you want to leave space. Really, all I would do is this, run it through a delay. Take it out a little bit. Make it vibe. That could work with a different sound. Yeah, let's hit it. This will be my last pattern. Wasn't ready. Oh, FN F12. I got way too much stuff open right now. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, that's better. Needs to be on 1. Right? Nope. Let me get a feel for this. Just doesn't. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Why is my chat is not scrolling down right now? Who done held up the chat? Holding up the chat, man. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. I think I messed up the first one though. I think I messed up the first one though. All right, I can fix this. It's crazy. I feel like it's not really on beat, but maybe it's something else. Maybe it's my maybe it's these. These probably aren't lined up. Actually, yeah, that's better. me see. Let me see. Here we go. There we go. All right. So what we want to do is take all of this out. Oh, wrong button. Oh. Take this out too. All right, cool. And then from there, let's create an automation clip for the love filter. And we're going to add a fruity filter. Y'all know how I do it. Create an automation clip for the fruity filter. Instant intro. What you mean? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I could do a lot to this, but you know, I need to put a Maximus on my snare. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, I need one of these here. You know what I mean? Then I route this only here, bro. We in there. Oh, I forgot to put my hi-hat back in, yo. That's right. I got a whole hi-hat. Where is it at? Let me go find my hi-hat real quick, yo. Let me find my hi-hat real quick, yo. Where you at? Oh. Yeah, pattern 3. Oh, this would be perfect right here. I'm gonna turn it down. You could like not have this here, but when the piano comes in, you know, then you pick it up. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, that's it, y'all. As always, much love to y'all. Love y'all very much. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace. Much love, y'all.